So if you're a barber and you're not making at least 10K per month right now in your business, I know exactly what you're doing wrong. And you really think the answer is going to be hustling harder or cut more heads, offer more services, stay late, squeeze in after hour cuts. But let me just be very blunt with you. That's why you're stuck. You see, the barbers hitting 10, 15, or even 30K months, they're not simply working harder than you. They're working smarter, and they have something that you don't. And what that thing is a real system. And you see, most barbers are still trapped in the same cycle. They wake up, cut hair, maybe post a random video or two, and repeat the cycle day in and day out. But let's be quite honest with each other right now. If that was going to get you to 10K months, it would have worked by now. And in fact, you would have seen other barbers around you already making over 10K per month in their business today. But they're not. And you're not struggling because of your skills. You're struggling because you're operating your business like a hustler and not an actual business. And the truth is, a hustle mindset is killing your growth. It's literally tricking you into thinking that the answer is to just do more haircuts, cut more heads, post more. But doing more of the wrong thing does not make you successful. It just makes you flat out fucking tired. Now, let me hit you with this honest stat, right? The average barber in the US makes about $33,000 a year. Now, I know for some people that might be like, oh, it's pretty decent, but there are barbers out there who are making 20, 30K a month, while that some barbers, like literally some barbers make this in a month and what most barbers make in a year. And most are working these 10 or 12 hour days, doing 5 to 6 days a week, if not more. So let me ask you this. If hard work was the answer, then why are still most barbers broke? And it's really because grinding with no system is like running on a treadmill hoping to get somewhere, right? They imagine if you went to the gym and you saw somebody running on a treadmill and you're like, dude, where are you going? They're like, dude, I'm running across the earth. And like, you're not going anywhere. It's exactly what most barbers are doing. And you're sweating, you're exhausted, but you're just not moving forward whatsoever. And you really don't need more energy. What you need is a map. You need a machine-like business that brings in the right people every day, and every cut actually counts for your business. And I see a lot of barbers that do this thing the wrong way. They just think, again, too, more energy, more labor means more money. What that does on the back end is it means now you're trading more of your time for money instead of running this thing like an actual business. Like all of us got into this to really escape this like 9 to 5 route, right? None of us wanted to like actually be, working for someone else. We wanted to be our own business owner. However, when we look at our business as barbers more reflect closer to this 9 to 5 glorified job, outside of the fact that we can clock in and clock out whenever we want, instead of like an actual business owner. Now, the barbers who scaled these like 10 to 30K months, they didn't magically just get discovered. They didn't wait on word of mouth. They weren't hoping Instagram would all of a sudden go viral and bless them with a viral video finally, right? What they did was they built an actual system that attracts higher paying clients with strategic content. I want to make this point very clear. Strategic content, not just stuff that you just post and throw out there and hopefully one day it goes viral. It's strategically created with a purpose to attract new higher paying clients. It also positions them as the best option in their area. Regardless if there's tons of competition out there, they are the go-to people who are getting 100 plus new clients booking in their business each and every single month. And if you're not familiar with some of these barbers, I post all these barbers I've worked with that have gotten over 20 and 30K months all over my page. And these are getting barbers who are getting clients that are driving 5, 10, even 15 plus hours away just to get a haircut. And lastly, they also create so much demand that they can charge more and be fully booked up without grinding all day long. Because again, too, we have to come back to this point. We are not just a 9 to 5 labor job. We are a business. However, that is the biggest mindset flaw in the barber industry right now is we don't think and act like business owners. We still think and act like 9 to 5ers who are glorified of when we can just come in and clock out whenever we want to. Now, you're over here hoping more walk-ins will come into your business while those barbers who are making 20, 30K per month are still booked with high-paying clients who found them through legit one video. And to me, that's not luck. That's simple leverage. And in business, we're always looking for leverage points. It's not like we're hoping and praying or hopefully like we'll get lucky one day. It's like this thing's built by design. It's built to spec. And you really want to think about this, right? Like I'm sure all of us I might date myself, but I remember going to Blockbuster. I'm 31 years old, but I remember going to Blockbuster as a kid and I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. You can rent any movie you want. But literally Blockbuster back then, they had everything, right? They were the go-to people to find the movies. It was like the Friday night thing. Go there, grab some snacks and go watch a couple movies, maybe even play a couple video games too. They had the market dominance. They had the loyal customer base. They had thousands of stores all over the country, but they refused to evolve. And this is very key, right? They have refused to evolve when the time started to shift and things started changing in that industry. industry. You see, what they did is they kept on grinding with their brick and mortar business and DVD rentals while Netflix was on the cusp building a system, right? And what this happened is like Netflix, so, they didn't hustle harder. They didn't try to compete and be like, all right, I'm going to play that game the old school way, ground and pound brick and mortar. They did something very smart, which is creating leverage in what they do. They saw the opportunity in what was changing across the world. Everyone was going online. These streaming services were up and coming. Everybody was like, I don't want to go and drive somewhere. Why can't I just have the thing on my phone overall? And the crazy part is now, literally Blockbuster is gone, right? Netflix dominates everything. Everybody has a Netflix account. It's so much cheaper. It's like $19 a month or maybe $21 a month. I don't transparently know, but it's so much cheaper than what Blockbuster rentals were, right? And so it's a no-brainer, absolutely. And that's exactly what's happening in the barber industry right now. You see, most barbers are still out here cutting like their Blockbuster, hoping for walk-ins, hoping for referrals. Meanwhile, there's a few barbers who are actually building systems like Netflix and taking over the market. And like, again, too, I talk about this a lot. There's always like these time periods of shifts that happen throughout the world, right? We could look back at like when the .com bubble came about and everyone's like, oh, that's just a fad. The internet's not going to be utilized. Like we have newspapers, we have TVs. We don't need the internet. Nobody's going to be stuck on a laptop all day long. But yet things develop and come about in a very weird way to where literally now, I mean, you're watching this video probably on your iPhone, right? The very thing they said would actually fail. And like we see this in the barber industry where tons of barbers are like, oh, barbers can't charge $100. Just wait until clients catch up. And the crazy thing is I've been working with barbers, helping them grow and scale 20 and 30K months since 2020. Really since 2018, I had my first like little mentorship program overall. But 2020, the way I'm really running my business right now, I've helped barbers grow and scale to that level. And since then, I've heard countless times of like these barbers who are saying, they're just like over here pissed off, like, oh, just wait until people catch up. It's a scam. People aren't going to pay that. And people have been saying that for the last 5 years. And what's crazier is that people are even getting better results even in today's world because this thing is improving because literally everyone is on social media. And the thing is, I really want to drive this point home because I know I'm talking a lot about social media, but social media alone is not going to get you like to scale. You have to understand how to run the business. Social media is the tool, right? Understanding business is the skill that most barbers lack in order to grow and scale their business. And you see, every day when you're not posting or running your business without a strategy, you're working with whoever just shows up. Or hopefully these clients show up in my business, hopefully get a pop-in day, walk-in day, or whatever it may be. Or you're just guessing your way through this business. Like the more time you're doing that, you're losing more than just money. You're literally losing time. Right? And that's the one thing that you don't get back. And when I was a barber, I understood this. I was like, man, I'm like losing so much time by not understanding like how much I can't grow and scale this business. Like the real loss isn't like, of course the money aspect of things is crazy. Like let's say if you're making, let's say $2K a month, you have to kind of flip it on its hip, on its hip a little bit and think about, you're losing by not knowing how to grow and scale your business to 20K a month, you are literally losing $18,000 in money every single month, which is absolutely insane just by not understanding that one thing. But the most important thing is like, again, you're losing this time, like losing time with family, losing time on your youth, just spending day in and day out in the shop. I mean, think about it. We all know like these OG barbers who've been just grinding away for years, who still miss out on all their kids' events, who still miss out on family time, who still can't spend holidays with their family overall, right? And it's like, this thing is like the most valuable thing to every one of us. We can always make more money, but we can never get more time. Money allows us to buy our time back. And by not understanding how to grow and scale our business, we are literally just like lighting our time on fire and be like, we don't care about this thing. And like, this really isn't about motivation at the end of the day, right? This is just about simple math, right? If you think about it, like a barber who charges $40 a cut, the 10 cuts a day at $40 a cut is about $400. Of course, not adding in tips. But those same 10 haircuts at $100 a chop is $1,000 in the day. It's going to be the same amount of time that you put into it, the same exact effort, just a different game. And I know for myself, it was like the most crazy paradigm shift I had when I was like charging $100. Like I remember I did about like 4 or 5 haircuts and I walked into the barbershop with like $800-900 one day. And I was like, I literally did 5 hours of work, still doing the same thing. Of course, I had a better skill set. Like I've been cutting for like 5 years at that point in time, but I was doing the same thing that I was like charging people $5 for just a few years ago. And I was like, this is so freaking crazy. And the difference was, again, to that word, I'm not going to spell it out over here, but I'll shorten it. It's this leverage thing. right? And understanding business. Because once I understood this, like the whole entire business changed. And I wasn't trading my time for money. And I wasn't working harder just to make more. I was working smarter. And if you can't attract $100 clients in, your problem isn't effort, it's execution. And a lot of people think, oh, but people won't pay that in my area. It's like, yes, because you're not executing the correct strategy inside of your business to actually get those clients in your business. Of course, that will never work because it's not the effort. It's not that it won't happen. It's you. And like, that's the biggest part as a business owner. Like you as a business owner, it all falls on you. You have to take all of like the blame and also all of the reward. That's like what's the greatest thing about running a business. It's all on you. And so if you are not in the place where you're at right now, you can't keep pointing the finger at everyone else. It all falls back down onto you as the sole reason why this thing isn't growing. But the best part about that is once you understand that fact, is that the only other person who can change your situation is also you, which is phenomenal, right? Because you are now in control of what your business can go ahead and generate in terms of results. And you're not tired because barbering is hard. You're tired because you're doing it the wrong way. I mean, for me, again, too, I did 4 haircuts in one day, 4 or 5 haircuts, walked out of the shop with $800, $900. And I was like, dude, I had to think about it. Like, how many haircuts would I have to do at 30, 40, or $50 just to make that same amount of money? I was like, I would have to do so much other effort. And that freed my time up. And the biggest thing with this is like, I really want you guys to understand, it's not about like just freeing time up just to be like lazy overall or like just not do anything with your life. It's like freeing your time up to do more things that will produce more freedom in your life, right? Again, too, money isn't like a bad thing. It's a tool. And the tool that the way to use that tool is to free up and buy back your time. So I saw making more money as like freeing up more of my time to put into making more money to even make more freedom for myself at the end of the day. Because we all got in this business for one thing. I'm sure you're the same, to have freedom on our lives, not to be chained to a 9-to-5 business, which most barbers are. So now that you've seen the truth, the question is really just simple, right? For you, do you want to keep grinding it out, guessing your way through this, hoping that one day it absolutely clicks, or hoping one day maybe I'll get struck by lightning and this thing will actually work? Or do you want to follow a proven system that's already helped barbers hit 10K, 20K, even 30K months without chasing, begging, or burning out? Because if that's you, what I went ahead and did is I put a video together breaking down the exact system of how we grew and scale barbers to those 20 and 30K months. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the description below and also the comments. Go ahead and click that. It's about a 30-minute video. It's very in-depth. I'll show you some of our other case studies as well too, and our clients that are actually hitting those levels and what the mistakes are of what's holding most barbers back. But however, if you're also ready to move faster and actually get some help on this, there's some gasoline on the fire, I will also recommend you go ahead and book a call with my team. I'll add the link in the description as well too, and we'll map out together for you, your business, a correct pathway and a correct game plan to get to that level. And again too, this is no pressure. It's just the shortcut that most barbers never take. Now, for you, if this opened your eyes even a little bit, what I would highly recommend as well too is you need to go ahead and watch this next video. I'm going to pop up on the screen. It looks like this. It's the 3 reasons why you're not hitting 20K per month as a barber and how to fix them. And again, too, I'll pop that video up on the screen right now. It's about, again, too, a 16-minute video, very in-depth, again, too, of why barbers are not hitting those 20, 30K months. Because the deeper that you go into it, the more obvious it gets that the barbers who actually scale, they're just not more talented than you. They're just doing the right things in the right order and know how to run and scale an actual business.